Kyron Wilson in the final in one of the most complete performances of his career. He was untouchable that day. And of course, he's also reached 3 consecutive Northern Song, can score very heavily.
Yes, he made some very big breaks in the World Championship while we
made his first ever Crucible maximum. But he is capable of heavyweight scoring, and he's going to need to...
By his own admission, he's not practiced. And sometimes you can get away with not practicing. Not far away.
One. Nine. $15.
No, he could leave an angle
20.
here to go into the... black. You never know. Playing, knocking in all them centuries in the World Championship proved it. It's missable. Hampered as well.
Allan Taylor, 34.
And it was high. Yeah, against the Ronnie O'Sullivan that's been practicing, I'd agree, but you know, he's up.
Who in turn lost heavily to Judd Trump today.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 6.
Yeah, he lost his next match as well.
One.
So, another chance for Allan. Above the black and to the right slightly will go to the right corner. Serena, should I say.
8.
It's a big bounce.
$16.
Still needs a couple of reds. That one does go. 51 points the difference.
24.
Allan wanted. Sullivan didn't punish him. And it didn't work out.
31.
As much as he enjoyed being marked.
Allan Taylor, 38.
Coming back when the frame is effectively gone, just 51 left. Of course.
Sullivan some table time potting balls.
1. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 8. 1. Allan Taylor, 1.
The winner of this will, of course, play Zhang Bingyu, who beat Ken
One.
earlier 4-1, the Chinese teenager.
Ten. $30. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 30. Four. Allan Taylor, 4. Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Seemingly practicing his snookers. He's not going to get them, obviously. He's 45 behind with 18 left. But last season's Masters finalist. He's up against Ryan Day. He's taken the first frame against Kurt Mafflin. Stuart Bingham leads Ben Hancorn 3-2. Masters champion, of course. Billy Castle.
Foul. Allan Taylor, 5.
And it could go on quite a long time, this. To play a few shots, get used to the table, the speed, everything else.
The remaining balls. Doesn't appear as though O'Sullivan's going to.
pot.
Time being, on we go.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan 5. Foul. Ronnie.
Can I just try and, which could be a long while.
Five.
Oh, great shot. Great shot.
Well, Allan Taylor's played a very good frame. Yes, he missed a red,
11.
but when he got his second opportunity, he took it with both hands, and that's exactly
18
what he has
in the
to
frame.
do tonight. He looks
Allan
confident,
Taylor.
doing nicely, and he has monopolised the opening frame. So advantage the underdog. And Allan
1-0. He missed the pack of reds who was aiming.
another time he can compete.
Caught it a little bit thin.
1.
Pink. And even if you can, it's still a difficult pot, this.
Eight.
What a difficult table this is.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 8.
Yeah, good shot.
based out in Ireland. He's having to self-isolate every time he goes home from an event, and that's clearly affected his ability to practice. Some really good stuff. He knocked Ding Junhui out of the UK Championship, of course, defending champion.
Allan Taylor, 5.
Sure that there was going to be reds all over.
One.
Them. Give it the chance. The red next to the pink would be a good ball to play for.
Five.
Standards, it was pretty modest up until he arrived at the Crucible, just the one other title in both campaigns.
12.
When he's still QA on the wane.
No, it's just practice, isn't it? And if you don't practice at this game, it's so end of break.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 80.
I guess time will tell.
Very nearly fluked it. In off the red if he caught the cushion first. Now,
Sullivan's clearly not at the races at the moment.
One.
I've got a really good chance here to capitalise.
yeah, and that could put him under pressure, couldn't it?
Five.
Andy Yates, our referee.
11. $18.
And that was a really good shot.
25.
Okay, got the cue ball over to the red.
Allan Taylor, 31.
Castle. Tom Ford has the first frame against Rory McLeod.
Good.
Reds up the table and in inviting positions to pot. Who's going to want to...
To the middle pocket if he plays that. Big shot this. This is massive. Now is he going to get away with it? I think not.
1.
Action going and get his eye in. A few nice easy pots. Okay.
6. 7.
Got it. He could have been in business, but
11.
it wasn't to be.
Now it was very risky. Got between them. Now chance here of moving the red or dropping in behind it. The shot of a great player.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 16.
So, great chance this for Allan Taylor. Tough yellow, yep, but if he gets right behind it. Good pot. And the only thing wrong with that, it wasn't hard enough.
9.
Yeah, that's a good shot. That's a very good shot.
The extensions on cue and rest. Less feel about the shot, but right in the middle.
12. 16.
The first 2 rounds of qualifying when he was knocking in those centuries for fun.
21.
Really excellent yellow
27.
to win a tight frame.
In the front, Allan Taylor.
And put himself in line to cause a major upset here on the second day of the Scottish Open. What a great start from the underdog. Ronnie O'Sullivan in a bit of bother.
And that for me was the shot as well as the yellow.
The other thing to say is that Ronnie O'Sullivan has never lost in the first round of a Home Nations event.
Looks like he can, yep.
1.
That's a good shot from
9. 17.
Failed to get past the second round, O'Sullivan, so were he to lose tonight, it would be. Started back in 2016, a big surprise, but there's a long way to go.
Does that red go to the corner? If it does, he normally leaves shots so well. Just to drop the white there is
33.
good. Just nudge a few out. And not taking the black on.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 33.
Showing respect to his opponent, trying to win, not going for crazy shots.
One.
Ah, another beauty. He's got a tough blue coming up. Now, can he get to the black?
7.
And get his name on the board. And what a shot he got in with.
15.
The reds, the ones that he needs anyway.
And that's the thing about O'Sullivan, isn't it? When he does get on a roll, he does his damage. It's beginning to flow as he is here.
Yeah, what a great...
31.
In a moment. Nowhere, the cue ball going into the reds, and he couldn't have split them any better. Already past the winning line in this frame. But I want to keep going, get some table time.
47. 55. 60. 'Ronnie O'Sullivan, 60. 1. 8.
This behaviour is contagious, Joe, just like everything else in 2020.
when somebody's made a big break, although he hasn't played that one well on a break, it's always a good idea just to slow them down a bit. That used to go on all the time, believe me. Your man out of the rhythm. Now, if Ronnie O'Sullivan wants to practice, he'll keep playing safe. Not go for the pot.
Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie
You
O'Sullivan.
need the practice when you've just made a strictly one way. O'Sullivan winning 4-0 with a maximum and a 1-3-5. This is a very different evening.
Or is there? I think there is one to the left corner. And in it goes. He could do with a good kiss.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1.
Well, showing respect. And what a touch. Ball's not forced to go where he intends it. Didn't quite come far enough to go into the red, so I was going to have to play for that last loose red, black, to disturb them.
21.
Ooh. Pink full in the face. Pink full in the face. He had that little bit of action on the cue ball, but you need some luck. The red behind the black would have been the ball to take. Good pot. Needs to miss the colours. On it, the one at the edge of the pack. Red to play for the blue, so probably have to come down for the black.
6.
And that's okay. It's got enough loose reds now to win the frame at this visit.
22.
A little bit of a mistake, wrong side of the blue.
Good to keep the break going.
28.
But he suddenly looks
Going, that's a good shot. 55 points the lead, 60. And we've only been going 6 minutes.
36.
at least just play on, period. He's won a couple of frames. Is devastating.
44.
So can just make a century. Nobody plays the game like him when he's playing like this. Gets that cue ball exactly where he wants it.
60.
Isn't it? It's as though he doesn't have to think about what he's doing. He just knows in advance. For his shot time now, he's flying along.
66.
Why they call him the Rocket. Took a couple of frames for him to come to life, but he certainly has now.
So by taking the pink, he can't make the century.
72 and the frame.
Well, he's made 1,070. Any more would surely be greedy. as he levels in Open, including this season, which was by far and away his best run of the season so far.
Cushion.
Confidence has been shaken a little by the way O'Sullivan's coming back at him. Looming large in the rearview mirror and then catching up.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan 4. One.
Great shot. Just the 1 point.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 1.
Looks like he may be taking the risk here.
Oh, the miss.
That red on the right side cushion.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 7.
He's ever so slightly.
Yeah, we saw Hossein Vafai do that a few times in his match against John Higgins.
Oh, Pot screwing it into the middle pocket with left-hand side on the cue ball. It's hard enough, but to get the right amount of side and speed.
9.
Just going to put that up again for you.
16.
That red to the middle. Look at this for a shot. And still got a red directly above the black that he can play for. Played himself low onto the red, so that he can open more reds up. The one goes. Whether he can hold for it or not, I don't know. This right corner looks the safest one to play.
33.
If this one goes in, you fear the
39.
worst. To that left corner. To go into them, they all went, but it's paid off.
47.
In the next 2.5.
So that bit of practice that he did when he was so well behind, and that's okay. Still on the red to the middle.
52.
Another red needed after this one. And again, we've only been going 7 minutes.
60.
This red, frame safe.
Although hasn't practiced much now. Absolutely
68.
flying.
Yeah, and I bet the rest of the players in the tournament are this. Watch out.
75.
And it started with that long red in the last frame. Well,
82.
Relatively
83.
modest 9 centuries so far this season for O'Sullivan.
magic. Inch perfect. Coming in and out of balk.
When he's in this mood, he
94.
is absolutely sublime.
He even got a few whistles there, look.
In the day.
105.
But what a look. Shaw was fancying the job. O'Sullivan looked to be struggling a bit
109.
to go from, by his standards, mediocre to quite magnificent. Allan Taylor must wonder what's hit him.
All round the table.
120.
Look at that. Just gets down, knocks it in, brings the cue arm back, whack. Brilliant.
127 for the frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan.
You won't see too many better century breaks than that. A clearance of 127 from Ronnie O'Sullivan to just remind everyone since the second frame. In fact, he scored just 8 points.
Well, you can't really score when the other guy's at the table scoring. The way O'Sullivan's playing now,
1.
Yeah, good pot. Cue ball needs queuing up to be potted to the left of the pink.
5. Second, please, Ronnie.
Reds develop the pink and maybe even the black.
12.
That's an option.
2 down with 3 to play in one of the great Crucible semi-finals. And then running away from Kyron Wilson on the last day. Keeping conversation with Colin Murray about each of his 6
18.
World Championship triumphs. It's a must-watch.
You must watch it. Pot though, this. Tight under the cushion.
24.
Across the nap of the table. Brilliant. Brilliant. Ronnie O'Sullivan in this generation, because I don't think we'll ever see the like of him again.
The question is, how much longer can he
42.
sustain this level of excellence?
It wasn't an error, it was the tip, look.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 42.
Yeah, if O'Sullivan knocks in a red, he may as well go out having a go. Maybe time to put a colour safe. Does he do that?
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1.
He does. There's a safety success. Good effort. Frames. But then he bumped into genius. They can pot it to the right corner. Didn't want to catch that red though. What can you do? What can you do? He's got an angle to go into those reds off the blue, but it's not easy, this. Shot, and he had to get the right amount of stun on it
7.
to get absolutely ideal. Beautiful shot again.
One more red needed.
14. 15.
It's not just the brilliance of the way in which he's sprung it like a trap out of nowhere. Allan Taylor led 2-0, but is 8 points. And there's very little he could have done about it. Ronnie O'Sullivan
28.
keeping his record of never having lost in the first round of a Home Nations event
29.
intact in
36.
His timing on the shot. Every shot he plays,
44.
7 seconds.
47.
That makes Chira new.
51. 56.
And he's played this, by the way.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
He's played this
56.
into the corner pocket.
Friend in the match.
It was a scratchy start from Ronnie O'Sullivan, and an upset looked on the cards when Allan Taylor led 2-0. That was the cue for a dazzling quartet of frames. There goes the tit, and there goes Ronnie O'Sullivan into the second round in fantastic fashion. 4-2.